Hey everyone, good morning. Hopefully everyone is doing well. It's Marla. I have my mega jug of coffee this morning and I thought I would do a get ready with me, sort of doing my signature look that I have been using the past several weeks. I've changed things up a little bit and I really think it's made a big difference in my makeup. First, I like to prime my skin. I live in a dry climate, so I always want my skin to be hydrated. Really have loved this Ofra primer slash moisturizer. It smells like cucumber. It just smells so fresh. I'm almost done with this one and I bought another one. It doesn't make my face feel greasy at all, but it really hydrates my skin. It feels like it gets deep down all the layers of my skin and it's so refreshing on my face. I absolutely love so many of Ofra's products, but this primer slash moisturizer is really one that has been my favorite. I will leave a link to everything down in the description box along with the shades that I'm wearing. I just don't know them off the top of my head as I'm doing this voiceover. Now I'm just using a little bit of Kat Von D's Lock It Concealer just on my upper kind of brow bone area where I have some plucking marks. Hard to believe I still pluck my eyebrows when I have no eyebrows, but that's the way it is. You have eyebrows in areas you don't want still, and then the eyebrows you wish you still had are no longer there. Next, I like to use a little bit of, I guess it's surgical tape that I get from Walgreens on my eyes to help give myself a sharper line. Prefer using this tape rather than Scotch tape because it just doesn't stick to my skin as much. I don't feel like it's pulling my skin. And then I'm going to use my favorite palette by Urban Decay. What is the name of this palette? I can't remember the name of this palette. I will put it down in the description box. And the colors I'll be using are Jet, Drift, and I think Breakaway. Drift is the slightly lighter charcoalish color that I'm going to be putting kind of halfway on my lid out towards the outer V area of my eye, I guess you'd call it. I'm not going to bring it all the way to the inner corner of my eye, just kind of right down the midline of my eye and out to the outer corner. And I'm just going to layer that, make sure I get it on the lash line. I don't want to add a lot of eye makeup, just enough that it makes my eyes sparkle. I don't like a lot of heavy eye makeup on anymore, especially in the summertime, but definitely not on my mature face. I just think it weighs my face down. I'm lightly going over my eye with a very soft brush using Drift. Then I'm going to take Breakaway. I'm going to use it on my brow bone. It's kind of a creamy ecru color, I guess. And also put it in the inner corner of my eye and then bring it kind of midline and blend it over a little bit of that darker shade so they look like they all blend together. And then finally, to kind of cut out that outer V area, I'm going to use Jet and just build it up just only in that outer V area. Just darken that area up a bit and run it a little bit along that upper lash line. I just want to have my eyes look a little defined. Don't want them to look blah, but on the other hand, I don't want to look like I have a lot of makeup on. The trick to my look now is I finally went back to using a liner on my eyes. I would have to say my favorite eyeliner at the moment are these Avon Glimmersticks. Showed them on my channel a couple of videos ago and I just fell in love with these. I have been using them ever since, and when I get through my favorite color I'm going to order it again. They are great because they last all day. They stay put, and that's something I need with contacts. So I am just lining my lower lash line and my upper lash line using a little tiny brush then to kind of diffuse it, and it looks beautiful. I don't use black. I'm using right now the gray shade, but these colors are all so nice and you can blend them out and diffuse them a little bit so they don't look harsh and they make a very pigmented line. I used to steer clear of eyeliner, but I found that as I've gotten older, my eyes look a little bit more tired, and I really feel that the eyeliner helps to give my eyes a little bit more definition so that when I curl my eyelashes, the focus of my face is drawn up to my eyes, which is my best feature, and it kind of takes away from any of the other features that aren't that great on me now that I've aged. Just curling my eyelashes right now, and I've gone back to using this mascara. It's from Thrive. Really like it. I've had this mascara now probably 2 months. It hasn't gotten clumpy. Still makes my lashes look beautifully long and defined. This is kind of taking the place as my top mascara. So you can see, looking at my eye looks defined, looks bright, is kind of sparkly, but you don't notice a lot of makeup on my eyes. They look wide awake. And now I'm going to do the other eye, and I will be right back. To get rid of some of the redness on my face, I have not found anything I like better than this green neutralizer from YSL. It's their YSL Touche Eclat green neutralizer. Really like this compared to some other neutralizers because it doesn't dry my skin out, but at the same time, when I put it on my skin, it doesn't make my face feel oily. It just kind of melts right into my skin and gets rid of any redness I have on my face. Now for foundation, and I'm actually going to use two different foundations. I'm going to use the KOSAS Tinted Face Oil first, and I am in the shade number 5. I'm just going to apply just a touch of this on my face. It really helps to make my skin look hydrated and just so pretty. And I'm just going to kind of use this flat brush. I really like rubbing it in with a flat brush. I was using my fingertips. However, sometimes I just like to apply foundation with a brush. I just think it feels so good sometimes. So I am rubbing in that KOSAS tinted face oil. And then once that is all rubbed in, I am then going to use my favorite foundation, the AMOREPACIFIC Cushion Foundation, and then pat that down on top of the KOSAS tinted face oil to really get coverage that doesn't look cakey and doesn't go into my fine lines and wrinkles. I think cushion foundations are my favorite ways of applying foundation to my skin. It just makes everything look seamless, makes it look like it is my natural skin and I don't have any foundation on at all. I still keep going back to this concealer by Origins. It is their Plantscription anti-aging concealer. It is just so pretty. It's very lightweight, but it has good coverage. And I have so many concealers sitting in my drawer, but this is the one I always reach for. I'm using this bronzer from No7. I really like it. It's very close to my own skin tone, so it just gives me a very, very slight bronze to my skin. Hardly anything really, not orange at all. It is just a really beautiful bronzer. I have put it on the side of my vanity and haven't used it for such a while, and just started using it again and realized what a beautiful bronzer it really is. Another product from No7 that I absolutely love is their translucent powder. I like to use this under my eyes. Super finely milled powder that just melts right into your skin. And another powder that I love is this airbrush perfecting powder from It Cosmetics. I put this around my T-zone area and it just blurs out all my imperfections and my pores. I have the shade Tan, I believe. Now I'm going to go off camera, do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. I will leave a link to my eyebrow routine down in the description box. I am going to double blush today. The first blush I'm putting down is by MAC. I think it's called Gingerly. Kind of a very neutral looking blush. It is just so pretty because it doesn't give a lot of color. I am a notorious double blusher. I like to put down the first blush and then just kind of in the apples of my cheeks. I like to put a slightly brighter blush, and this is from Undone Beauty. It is a cruelty-free company that I absolutely love, and this is a cream blush, and I'm just putting that more on the apples of my cheeks and then brushing it upwards. Ofra makes some of my favorite highlighters. Their powder highlighters are so finely milled, they're almost like creams. And I have fallen in love with this one. This one is called SOHO. It was, I think, done in collaboration with a YouTuber named Talia Mar. I did a review on this one and also another one that was part of her London collection. Don't put highlighter all over my face like some of the younger girls do, just mainly on the upper cheek area and a little bit on my nose. Putting on some earrings to make this look all come together. And now for the lips. This is the lipstick that I talked about that a lot of people had originally said might have been used by Audrey Hepburn. Revlon number 415. This is a beautiful color. Goes really well with this eye look. And I'm going to put a little bit of a topper on. This is BECCA's liquid, I can't think of the name of it, liquid crystal gloss or something. I will list it down in the description box. So this is one look you can do with this eye look. I really like to have a slightly nuder lip and have all the focus on my eyes. That way it draws other people's eyes up your face rather than down, and my upper part of my face is the better part of my face. Another thing I like to use to put my whole look together is to put a little bit of bronze glow on my shoulders. I am using one of my favorite brushes from Undone Beauty. If you would like to apply self-tanner, you really need to get this brush. I rarely tell people to get anything, but this brush is fabulous. I use it every day to apply my self-tanner or my bronzer. Right now I'm using Ofra's bronzer. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, RCK or something like that. It's a bronzer that you can wash off, but it really gives your skin a beautiful glow. That's it. This is pretty much the look I've been wearing, I don't know, the past couple months when I actually go out and look half decent. And the only thing I change is my lip. So I either go with this lip or a pink nude lip or a brownie nude lip or a kind of lilac-y super nude lip.